Hi Aquarius, this is going to be an art channeled message. I channel messages through art, creativity. I really hope my messages inspire you to see the art within yourself, within your journey, because everything starts from a blank canvas, and then that's where the beauty starts. Art is always up for interpretation, and so is everything that you come across, the knowledge you acquire, literally anything. It all has meaning, it's all symbolic. If you'd like a personal message, all of that information will be in the description box. It's 2 options, and there's no rules to my messages, so if you find this, it's meant for you. Anyone's welcome here, even if you're not that sign. If it's recommended to you, that's perfectly okay. What I started drawing for you was a geyser/volcano erupting. In the past, I often referred to a volcano as a tower moment. You can only resist something so much before you need to evacuate the building, like people must evacuate when there's a natural disaster. You can't just stick around, you're going to be forced to leave. Kind of like how in the tower card, they're being forced or jumping out of the window. You will be experiencing a tower moment, Aquarius, and something tells me this is an avoided change. But now you're forced to. It's like you're forced out the window, you're forced out of the building. There's nothing you can do to control nature. There's nothing you can do to control this. It's going to happen. Because it's like it's for your greater good. If you think about it with volcanoes, if you were to stay in that building, it would get too hot. You need to leave. So things are heating up. Things are getting too hot to avoid, which leads to a volcanic eruption or tower moment. Three of Wands. It's like you're on the outskirts looking at something, or you're on the outskirts looking at a disaster unfolding. It's like watching things from a distance. I even just saw fireworks, like how you look at fireworks from a distance. But of course, the closer you are, the bigger it appears. So it's like you're watching the chaos unfold. This feels like a point of view situation. You feel like just because you're watching it unfold doesn't mean it's you, but it is you. It's like you're looking at something from... I just heard third person, 1, 2, 3, third person point of view. It's like you're looking at yourself, but it's like you're not looking at yourself. Does that make sense? It's first person versus third person. You can't resist. You can't pretend like it's not happening, because it is. I'm also getting a form of dissociation. Maybe that's a coping mechanism where you pretend it's not happening to you, that you're just like on the outside looking in. I forget what that's called, but it's usually something that a lot of chaos and trauma can cause. It's like like an out-of-body experience almost. The world. Also getting you're looking at the world, you're perceiving the world, and you don't like what you see. I feel like someone's also very sensitive to what they're seeing, like what's going on in the world. It's really bothering you. There's so much going on and you can't take it. There's so much going on around you that you're just blocking it off. This is a coping mechanism. That's how you cope. You resist. You avoid change because this change isn't going to be pleasant. It's like you're fixed. Something's not going to turn out the way I want it, then I'm avoiding it. I'm going to pretend like it's not there. It's like you're in your own bubble. You're in your own little world. Queen of Swords. I'm getting turning your back on something. You're turning your back on someone. You're turning your back on something. It's not there. I'm going to pretend it's just invisible. But that's when it gets hotter and more unavoidable. So I'm saying you definitely need to face something head on. I'm also saying you need to be blunt with somebody. You need to face somebody, tell them to leave you alone, tell them to stop. So this could be the end to conflict, perhaps. I'm also picturing someone trying to yell at a tornado. It's like, to you, it's like yelling at a tornado to stop. yeah, okay. You just sit there and tell a tornado to stop, but it's just gonna sweep you up and you can't control it. So I feel like perhaps you think this is out of your control. This is one of those situations where you can't control it, but you can't accept that you can't control it. You know what I mean? Some people try to control the uncontrollable, and sometimes I even find myself doing that. And then once I do, I'm like, it's literally just wasted energy, wasted worrying, when things are just gonna unfold the way they're supposed to. This is an unavoidable change. I'm also getting, look for the message in this. Look for the spiritual message. Perhaps this reading is your spiritual message, your sign. I'm also getting good news. Something's going to turn around in your favor. King of Pentacles. To me, King of Pentacles is all about someone that has their shit together. I feel like you're gonna get your shit together. You're gonna feel like you have control over your life, or perhaps even control over your finances. And I feel like too, you're gonna be talking to a breadwinner, or you're talking to someone that's in charge of the money, in charge of something. You're laying down the law, you're laying down the line, like, look, this is bothering me. Don't do that anymore. I also feel like someone might be using money to control you, and that's why you feel like you have no control over yourself, your life, your assets. Not that this is going on, but this reminds me, the first thing that came to my mind when I saw this was that Britney Spears thing, how she had no control over her own life, her money that she earned and put in work for. That's crazy. That's what this kind of feels like. I'm also getting, like, she's saying, give me my pentacle back. Give me that back. That's not yours. That's mine. Give me it back. Two of Cups. It's like an exchange. I'll give you this if you give me that. Knight of Wands. I'm getting a fast evacuation. You need to leave abruptly. Something's going to happen very quick. I need to get out of there. I'm leaving. Tower moment. And notice too how both of these cards are facing away. I said something needs to be faced head on, and then these two people are facing each other. In a weird way, I'm seeing this as you facing yourself. Remember, I was getting, it's two versions of you. One is first person, the other is third person. So it's like your third person and your first person are coming together and looking at each other. I'm also getting, you're looking at yourself in the mirror. You're facing it. You're finally facing yourself, facing your fears. Oh my god. And then overall energy, he's going that way. You're facing whatever this is. And then that'll make new for what's to come. It's like by facing your fears, you're bringing something closer to you, or you're manifesting something. I'm also getting Magician that's fearless. Like, I'm not scared of anything. I'm on top. It's like I'm on top of the world. I am also seeing the Statue of Liberty. Statue of Liberty. Isn't that in New York? If I'm wrong, sorry about that, but I kind of forget some of these things. Statue of Liberty is in New York, so something significant about New York. I feel like someone's even inspired by that statues. Like, they're so powerful for you. History is very empowering to you. What's underneath that? I feel like once you get over this, once you stop avoiding it, with the Page of Pentacles, he's looking at it like he's not scared of it anymore. Oh, that wasn't so bad. That was easier than I thought it would be. Literally, guess. Something's way easier than you're making it out to be. And for a lot of you, it's as simple as letting go of what you know you can't do anything about. Mostly when it comes to minor shit. It's like, do what I can if I can't stop it with infinity. Then we have vanity. I'm still getting that thing where someone's like talking to the tornado. You can't stop nature. You can't stop forces that are out of your control. But you can. I'm getting put on a brave face. Looks like he's speaking to people. I feel like you're also surrounding yourself with people you trust, people you love, people you can confide in. That would be a good idea. I feel like you've been alone as well. It's like me, myself, and I. Third person, first person. Talk to somebody. Seriously, I feel like some of you actually need to talk to somebody. And also face yourself. It's like your third person is looking at yourself in the first person. It's so random. Expansion, yeah. A lot of expansion going on, a lot of second opinions. Let's get a Bob Ross card for this art. A lot of bravery was in my last reading too. It's like a collective thing. You can move mountains, rivers, trees. You can determine what your world is like. You determine what your world is like. You determine what your reality is like. I feel like you're also realizing you have a bit of control over this than you realize. Perhaps you control how you perceive this situation. And to me, this is very supernatural. Moving mountains, rivers, trees. Only something supernatural can do that. Only a wizard can do that. Only a volcano or a natural disaster can do that. Picturing something spinning round and round and round. I feel like that's literally what it felt like at first. Round, round, round. Head spinning. Out of control. But not anymore. I really like this. This is like a very interesting message. Move mountains, rivers, trees. It's like you're becoming the natural disaster. You're becoming what can't be controlled. And I feel like you're actually not being controlled by somebody anymore. Because you laid down the line, you spoke up. This can also be communication. I feel like there might also be an abrupt move, an abrupt leave. I feel like it's also important to surround yourself. I'm getting world, reality as your world. Your surroundings, who you surround yourself with. If someone's making you miserable and it's making you feel bad about yourself, maybe it's time to reconsider. Maybe it's time to walk away. Maybe it's time to find your real soul tribe. People that you relate with, people that won't judge you, people that bring you balance, because that's what you deserve. Okay, Aquarius, that's the end of this channeled message. Please like, subscribe, support the channel in any way you can. I really enjoyed this message. It came out very clearly. I said a lot here. I'm really happy about it. And I'm hoping you stop this going in circles. It's like you're facing yourself. A lot here about your own world, how you perceive the world. A lot of that's going to be changing and shifting. Okay, Aquarius. Bye.